welcome to another Money Morning Routine. Okay, so yesterday I wasn't able to get on. Something came up and unfortunately I wasn't able to record for YouTube. So I wasn't even able to even get caught up on anything with my finances yesterday. So today is a big day because I'm doing that all right now. So let's start with my spending. Here's what's come out of my checking account so far. You can see a couple of different things. A big one that's new is this school project. This was actually at Staples for $68.55. My son James is working on a huge passion project for school, and he's actually creating his own cookbook. It's a cookbook for people who have allergies. And so we went and got supplies for that. So that came out. That's a one that's not usually in my budget. Now you'll also notice that it's here on my expense tracker, right? But it doesn't mean I'm going to go over here to my budget for March and change anything over here. I get asked all the time, like, Miko, if there was an expense that came up that I didn't plan for in my budget, do I go back in and change my budget? No, just leave your budget as is. Remember, this is our roadmap. This is just letting us know where we should be spending our money, but sometimes things pop up. In that case, just go ahead and add it to your expense tracker, because remember, this is what these pages here, our expense trackers, are what we're going to use to close out our budget. So these are the expenses and spending that really matters here. Okay, so that's all been done. Let's go over here to my cash expense tracker. So I did have some cash spending going on. We did actually a pretty big grocery haul. You can see, I'll show you this here. Pretty big grocery haul from Fred Meyer. But first, let's do what we always do. Let's go ahead and count how much cash I have in my food. So $2.22. So let's write that down. $2.22. All right. And it looks like I went to Fred Meyer. This was on 3/23. So let's write that down. 3/23 Fred Meyer. Okay. You can see on my receipt here, got kind of wrinkled, but I spent $283.77. I'm just going to round up to 284. So minus 284. Also, you can see in here, I have a $5 bill for my $5 challenge. So I'm going to set that aside. So today is 3/25. $5 challenge minus 5. This brings me down to 217. Okay, so 217 now. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my $5 challenge jar, scan this huge receipt and Fetch Rewards, okay, and then put my cash back into my food. So now that we got my envelope updated, let's go ahead and write these on my expense tracker. So 3/23, we say Fred Meyer. Okay, so I'm going to leave that for a second because I also want to show you. So this needs to be written down on my cash expense tracker. So I got $5. So currently right now, I've received enough cash and from selling eggs to cover my feed. And so I'm going to start, what I've decided here, this is what I'm going to do. So on I'm going to say 3/25, even though I received this 5 over the weekend for selling eggs, I'm just going to go egg sales. I'm going to put in other income. And this is a deposit into my life. Okay, so now all of a sudden, okay, see? So I wrote that income, so it's other income, $5 deposit. Okay, deposit into my life. Now I have, though, $10 for my $5 challenge. So I'm going to write $10 here where I was writing down my $5 challenge. So those now are both going to go into my $5 challenge jar. So yes, so this week I'll be working on getting my business license for selling my sourdough. That's one of the first steps of doing it. I wanted to wait till after tax time, which I finished all my taxes yesterday. So getting started on that process, and then I'll continue just selling eggs. Now, eggs are only being sold to family, friends, which is why I think it's pretty low. I'm selling a dozen for $5, organic, farm fresh eggs from my house. So got that all written down. We got my cash expenser done. And we're closing out our budget soon. I mean, if we go into our March, so closing out the budget on Monday the 31st, I can do that, which is going to be this coming Monday. So that's coming up. Looking at April and going into April, here's my April budget calendar. And I have April already, I mean, it's completely done. I'm not sure. We were going to be doing this trip to Mount Vernon or Burlington. I'm not sure if we're doing that anymore. I have to look at some things before that. But that is my plan. But April is done, and my cash envelopes are done also. They're in my office. So at least my spending is updated. It always makes me feel better knowing what's going on with my money before I start my day and knowing I'm on track. What I could do also, though, really quickly, if we go to my budget, is looking at the budget. So Avista came out, which is my utilities for $693. Let's write in my actual column here for my budget. So Avista came out, my home security came out here for $61.67. Okay, Netflix also came out for $27.21. Did that go up again? I had 25. Did it go up again? Crazy. Okay, insurance $810. Okay, so now it looks like what we're looking at here, we're just waiting on Chewy to come out and YouTube TV. So these are the only two bills now I have that need to come out. And that is my morning routine.